Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the Forrester manse, Steffy and Eric learned that Brooke slighted Ridge and nearly knocked Taylor over on her way out. Steffy prodigies who she thinks she is. Taylor says she claims she only came CEO to get the company back in their hands. Steffy thinks that's scrap, and Eric feels she should have left when they did. Ridge declares that she betrayed them. Eric complains about Brooke wanting to treat Hope and Carter with Sprat gloves. Steffy says they see right through it. That's why she's working on a plan to trip them, and it all starts with my return to Forrester Creations. At Forrester, Hope and Carter spoon while raving about their new incense line. Fanny arrives in the office, and they drink her back. Fanny's sure she can give them exactly what they're looking for. They start testing spices, and Fanny says it would be her joy to mate with the company. Just also, Carter is advised that Daphne Rose is in the structure. Fanny gawps, the Daphne Rose? The most notorious nose in Paris? At Bill's place, Luna listens as Electra, Will, and Bill bandy Remy and how lucky Electra was to have Will in her corner. Luna bumps a statue and makes a noise. Will pouts, what was that? Bill claims he didn't hear anything. Electra muses that perhaps it was one of his staff members. She respects the house. Bill shows Will to the door and tells him they'll snare lunch this week. He tells Electra it was nice to meet her and closes the door. Luna appears and apologizes for hitting into the farmer. Bill smothers that she'll have to be more careful. No bone. Can know she's living there under house arrest. Is that clear? Luna nods. In Forrester's design office, Electra tells Will his father is veritably polite. Will doesn't hear that frequently. Electra says he was quieter than she allowed. Will scoffs that he generally doesn't shut up. He can tell his father liked her. Electra admits she was nervous. Will warns her not to hear to what people at Forrester say about him, he doesn't have a good character there. He laments that he's in that big house each alone. Electra's looking forward to getting to know Will's father better. Will jokes, me too. He says his father is mysterious. At Bill's place, he and Luna talk about her trying to kiss him. Bill tells her he doesn't feel that way about her. He looks at her as a son and always will. Luna shafts. Bill wants to help her. She says he formerly has. Bill wants to do further. He wants to take her under his sect and help her fly. He could fluently have been in her shoes. Now I'd like to help someone who's in an analogous situation. That someone is you. In Forrester's main office, Hope gushes to Carter about Daphne Rose. Fanny watches with admiration as she walks past her and into the office. Carter tells the woman he didn't realize she was coming. Hope asks what brings her by. She says, I'm then to help you. Carter asks if she's there to present. Hope prodigies, do you have any samples for us? Daphne takes off her neck scarf and swells it around. Carter and Hope are blown down by the alluring scent. Daphne says, Forrester. Carter sensations, wow, it's beautiful. Daphne says she'll be in city for many days and walks out. In the corridor, she tells Fanny the account is hers and warns her to pack and leave if she wants to work in Paris again. Fanny falls into line gratefully. In the office, Carter wonders why Rose just showed up there. At the Forrester manse, Eric tells Steffy he loves how devoted she's to the company. Ridge warns they've to do this the right way and let the attorneys take care of this. Steffy says that will take times, they don't have that kind of time. She'll go back and be cordial. She'll says she's there to cover her means, but she'll really be there to impale them in the heart for their treason. And I know exactly how to do it. They go over Carter being a fraud. Steffy says they stole the company and should be in jail. Eric assures that Justin is looking into every legal possibility. Steffy has a plan, but the lower details they know, the better. I'm ding to undermine Hope and Carter, but in a creative way. Ridge smiles. At Bill's, Luna insists the girl who killed Tom and Hollis is gone. She took her pain out on others, and it was like an actual body experience. She'll be thanking him ever and is so thankful. Bill expects her to follow the rules and abide by her house arrest. She's wearing the ankle examiner for a reason. Bill tells her he's heading to the office and will be back. Formerly alone, Luna walks over and gapes at a print of Bill and Will and looks thoughtful. In the design office, Elektra tells Will he's her idol. They embrace and she says she no way wants to let him go. In the main office, Hope and Carter agree that Daphne's incense is exactly what they're looking for. Fanny rejoins them and they apologize for Rose cutting into her time. Fanny urges them to take the chance to work with her. Carter thinks it must be their lucky day. At the Precipice house, Steffy inhales and turns as Daphne walks in and hugs her. She thanks her for coming in. Daphne says, "Anything for you." Steffy's pleased to hear she landed the gig. She inhales again and asks, "What's that scent?" "It's intoxicating." Daphne says, "Forrester." Steffy should have known. She asks, "And your other charge?" Carter's veritably handsome, isn't he? No man can repel her in Paris. What about Carter Walton? Daphne says he'll be putty in her hands. Steffy Forrester Finnegan is using an operative at Forrester Creations. That operative just happens to be freshman Daphne Rose. While Daphne ends duping the new platoon at Forrester Creations, could there be a love story in then as well? Keep reading and let's talk about the possibilities. Carter Walton and Hope Logan's scheme. Steffy, Ridge Forrester and Eric Forrester refuse to work under Carter Walton's leadership. Still, at the end of the day, the Forrester family doesn't condemn Carter, whose name is on those LLC documents, but Hope Logan. While Hope is surely manipulating the situation, Carter also isn't a helpless little boy. So, they both are shamefaced. While it seems the Forrester family isn't doing much of anything about the situation, Steffy has formally taken action. Steffy is having an operative get into Forrester Creations to report back intel to her. The Forrester family can't really fight if they don't know what's going on. While Zend Forrester Dominguez is working and keeping his cognizance open, he's a developer and wouldn't be spending important time in the CEO office. Brooke Logan is also kidding herself as she thinks that she verbally moved Carter to switch effects back. Carter has a bit of power now, and he's not going to want to give that up. That's where Daphne comes by. Daphne's pitch really seems to knock Carter and Hope's socks off. Brooke also green-lights Daphne coming on board. Daphne's main task might just be to collect information for the Forrester family. Still, Daphne is relatively stunning and in a brief scene in an exercise clip, looks attractive as well. CDL could actually see Daphne either falling for Carter, or maybe being pushed by Steffy too. Steffy keeps saying that Hope plays men and gets them to do the unbelievable. So, Steffy likely thinks that she can kill 2 catcalls with 1 gravestone. Get the company back and leave Hope agonized each over again. This plan could actually work. For one thing, Carter and Hope aren't exactly in love. It seems they're more like 2 meddled up people who were lonely and just cleaved onto each other. The nanosecond that Carter can't help Hope or tells her no, what happens also? It doesn't feel like Carter and Hope's relationship is strong enough to repel tests like that. So, if Daphne throws on the charm, could Hope and Carter be divided?